Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Night Live in Lexington. My name is Kathryn Kauffman. I'm a psychic medium here in Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome to my every Monday night show. This is where we discuss what and who we are in this journey called life. How is everybody for a Monday night? Let's see. This chat box is supposed to be open. Well, we'll check it out. It was a new feature. And I'm not sure it's going to work, so I've gone ahead and put everything on my phone so I can look down and do some shout outs as people are joining. Hey to Rob Abbott, Dana Fleener, Pamela Thompson, Melissa Begley, Vivian. Wow, Vivian, you have added to your name, man. I'm just going to say hi to Vivian because there's 3 other words there and it's too much for me on a Monday night. Oh my gosh, I won't be able to see YouTube. And oh my, look at this, will you? It's coming in crazy up there and backwards. What the heck? What the heck is that? Let's try this. Oh shoot, how about we just remove that and well, I'll have to revisit that. Blessings to you, Rob, and hey to Janice, good to see you tonight. I won't be able to do shout outs to you guys on YouTube tonight because the main chat always is on Facebook. So since that chat viewer didn't work, which is not anything new, the chat viewers are always sucky. Like, suck. They all suck. Let's see. I'm not surprised, though, because, I have my little haunted clowns here. And, you know, the little clowns, these are haunted. So, I'm not surprised that things aren't working. I mean, usually when they're around, you know, there's a bunch of technical errors, but I really like them and I want to keep them down here in the studio. So, I don't know. So these chat boxes say they're working. Well, look at that. Thank you. So you see the chat box, Dana? It says anonymous. So you're now anonymous. I hate that. Hey to Greg McDonald, good to see you. Yes, I'm so glad you made it. So since I'm looking at the chat on my phone, let us remove the Facebook one because it's not telling me who people are. So we'll just leave up the YouTube one. So, yeah. Okay, Rob says, make sure you do a spiritual cleansing bath with Romp Serguay. Don't have that, Rob. I don't know that anybody I know has it, except for you, maybe. I got some herbs out back. I got some peppermint and rosemary and thyme and all the regular stuff that you find in your cabinet. Okay, we're going to talk about how do interdimensional beings or entities draw energy from us. And this is going to get a little bit deep, so try to hang with me. Now, interdimensional beings are also called extra-dimensional beings. I found that the term was sort of interchangeable on the internet, but more so than not, they were called interdimensional beings. Now, an interdimensional being suggests that the entity can time travel and move out of the physical body into a spiritual one. Now, what does that mean? Okay. What it can do is change its vibration or resonance at will. And let's see. Okay, thank you, Rob. Rob, the person right above you may need censoring, so just watch the feed for me, if you will. And we'll see if they behave and listen or if they try to troll the feed. So, an interdimensional being can change its resonance or vibration at will. And so, how does it go from physical into spiritual? So, what we're talking about is we are physical in the third dimension here, and our density is pretty thick. You know, the resonance is pretty low, the vibration is low, and the fourth dimension is folded into ours, but the fourth dimension is the spiritual dimension. And so when a entity changes its vibration, or the interdimensional being, it can change its resonance or frequency and flux into the fourth dimension. And that's where it becomes more of an energetic flowing type of entity rather than a solid physical three-dimensional type of entity. So it can do this at will. So these beings, I kind of lump them into two categories. And bear in mind, what we're talking tonight is strictly my opinion and how I have tried to figure things out. And so when I feel like I've got a good grasp on some things and I'm able to figure stuff out, I feel like I need to share that with you because it just makes sense, you know, to me to share the information with you. I've never understood people who keep a recipe to themselves and they don't share that. They don't proliferate that good energy or that good recipe with other people. Just like Rob, you know, is saying, do the cleansing bath with the Rompe Saraguay. That's sharing of information. That's good energy. So I've never understood the thing about not sharing recipes and not sharing techniques and stuff like that. So I feel like that they're lumped into two categories, and Greg agrees over there on YouTube. They're either stewards or they are feeders. And a steward are those higher dimensional, interdimensional beings that want us to evolve. They want to share information with us, and they want us to succeed. And those are our spirit guides or angels, and then the interdimensional categories of beings from higher planes of existence that want to share their evolution process with us so that we can follow the similar things. No, Dana, I wasn't referring to you. Absolutely not. If you look at the feed, you'll be able to tell, because I just have experience with that. And Dana, you may not be able to see the names that I'm seeing on my feed on yours. Hey to Jennifer Rigdon Cash, good to see you tonight. Okay, so the other, like the stewards, they manage and look over or take care of our evolution, and the people who, or the entities that are feeders, are those that form an attachment in a way that draws energy from our existence. And so, you know, if you look at just the definitions of steward and attachments, a steward is somebody who manages, they look over, they take care of something or someone else. And the definition of attachment is a strong attraction and connection of one thing to another. And so, because we are energetic and we ourselves flux from physical into the spiritual, we go from a physical dimension into a spiritual dimension when we cast off our physical form and we transition into the spiritual realm, we're kind of doing the same thing as these interdimensional beings, but they can do it at will, and all they have to do is to change their vibration or their resonance. Now, in order to feed off of our energy, these entities have to attach to us, and there's ways that they do that. Let me check for questions here real quick. Hey to Jason, Felicia, hey Beck. Good to see you tonight. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comments for me. I will let you know what the answer is if I have one. So the most prevalent time is that people can get fed off of is during sleep. And so during sleep, what happens is the conscious mind is not in control of the aura. And it's the most common time for the body energy to become vulnerable. And since these are energy feeders, when the body's energy is most vulnerable is the time, most prevalent time that you will experience a psychic attack or an energy feeder, directly taking your energy from your body. Sorry. That means I need a little cough medicine. Hey to Diane Wilson, good to see you. Good evening. So when you're asleep, it's a sedentary state of the mind and body, and it's characterized by an altered consciousness. So when you're sleeping, your senses are inhibited and the muscle movement is inhibited, and it reduces the interactions with your surroundings so that you don't get hurt. Because if all of your senses were activated when you were asleep, whatever that you are dreaming about, you would try to act out and you would certainly hurt yourself. And you've seen the little videos of the dogs where they're running in their sleep. It's so cute. But so part of the mechanism that turns off the muscles isn't completely turned off in the dogs that are trying to run in their sleep. And if they were ever able to right themselves, they might actually hurt themselves. And I think that I've seen a few videos where some dogs actually got hurt where they ran in their sleep and hit a wall. And that's really dangerous. So all of that has to be turned off when you're asleep. And so what it does is it decreases your ability to react to stimuli when all of these sensations are turned off. That's exactly what an energy feeder needs to have free reign over your auric energy. Hey to Sharon Bernard, good to see you tonight. So here we go into the ways that they draw energy from us. The first way, and remember, these are just my postulations on things and how I've tried to figure them out for myself. The first way is magnetic attraction. You know how magnets attract iron due to the magnetic field upon the iron. When exposed to the magnetic field, the atoms begin to align their electrons with the flow of the magnetic field, which makes the iron magnetize as well. We're mostly blood. Like the biggest majority of us is water and blood. And it's saturated with iron. So what I feel like happens is that an energy feeder will put out an electromagnetic field that attracts the iron in our blood, pulling the energy from us to them. And we'll talk about how exactly that they do that too. But so I think that since they're able to manipulate vibration and resonance for themselves, I think it's not a stretch to say that they can manipulate their own magnetic field to magnetize the iron in our blood and pull energy that way. It's not a long stretch for me in my mind here for this to happen. So And so what that does is it allows a gate for attachment to happen. It allows this entity to become attached to us to sort of feed off of our body energy. Another way that they amplify the amount of energy that they draw from us is through what I call projection and reception. So, because they are electromagnetic entities in that frequency and resonance, what they can do is alter our brain waves and insert a type of nightmare that induces an increase in dream brain activity, and that increases the energy levels. So it's common for people to experience nightmares and show symptoms of panic, such as, their breathing is harder, the heartbeat is faster, the brain response is quicker, and the brain's fear center is activated, and that causes a lot of activity and a lot of generation of energy from a person when they are having this type of dream. Let me check for questions here. Hey to my beautiful neighbor, Miss Amber Bentine. Good to see you tonight. So this is, and my other beautiful neighbor, Miss Angela Shields. Good to see you too. So what this does is it will be a dream that produces an extreme amount of anxiety or fear, and the purpose is to have the body energy producing an abnormal amount of energy so that their feeding session can be successful for them. Now, it's not going to be a regular nightmare, and so we have to talk about the difference between a regular nightmare and one of these nightmares. So your subconscious presents you with things that you need to work on during your sleep. Let's say that you have a job that, everybody is down on you, and you're doing the work of 3 people, and you feel backed into a corner, and you're feeling a lot of pressure. Your subconscious at night is going to bring this to you to try to tell you, hey, you have got too much stress and you need to back off. You need to set boundaries. You need to set limits. You need to fight back, with these boundaries and things. So you may have a dream about being in a war where you're constantly attacked and you're going to have to defend yourself. That's your subconscious's way of saying, okay, you need to defend yourself, Kat. You need to fight back. You need to make boundaries. So that's kind of a regular nightmare where your subconscious is symbolically trying to tell you something. Hey to Heather Courier. Now, the abnormal nightmares that interdimensional beings will project into your consciousness are ones that are totally off the chart, that don't have anything symbolically to do with where you are in your life. It's not anything constructive that you could use. It'll be something out of the ordinary. Let's see. I was going to see what my notes said. These are nightmares that are totally out of character. Like, you can tell what a stress nightmare is usually. If you're good at doing your dream interpretation, you kind of know what your subconscious brings you on a regular basis. And then when you get something totally out of left field, let's say you have a nightmare that there's a demon coming up through the floor of your house and trying to drag you down to hell. That is not a normal nightmare, okay? That most likely is a dream that was initiated by an interdimensional being to feed off of your energy. So thank you. I'm glad you guys are liking my hair and my lips tonight. And Amber, this is Besame, American Beauty. Besame American Beauty is the name of the lipstick for the Red Lip Club. It's American Beauty by Besame. Okay, so when you're having this nightmare, so one of the ways that you can stop these creatures from feeding off of you is to do lucid dreaming. And, you know, we did a show, it's been about a year ago. I will try to find the link to her channel and put it in the comments after the show, but it was a gal on YouTube we did an interview with. I can't remember her name right off the bat, but she teaches you how to do lucid dreaming, and her channel is super good. I love the instruction on it. She's easy to understand, she's thorough, and she teaches you how to lucid dream. If you know how to lucid dream, you can take control of the nightmare and you can turn it around. You can defeat whatever's there if you're conscious within the dream, which means if you're lucid, if you're conscious within the dream. Part of being able to do lucid dreaming is being able to take control of the situation with your own consciousness and lead it forward how you want, which means that your consciousness is structured within the dream to still protect you. Which, remember, in a normal person who doesn't do lucid dreaming, your auric field is completely open when you are asleep, and so this is the most vulnerable time that you have for being under psychic attack. Hey, shout out to Richie Carolyn Gambrel in Scottsdale, Arizona. Big hugs and kisses to you. And Sharon Goff Wilson, good to see you tonight. So, lucid dreaming is one of the biggest ways to prevent this. A special shout out to Yasmin Jadoon on YouTube. Good to see you tonight. Okay, so things that might happen to you after you wake up from having, this drain on you are, I would say probably 90% of the people wake up with an extremely bad headache. 90% will have a bad headache. You will wake up with lethargy, confusion. It's hard for you to wake up. It's hard for you to focus. It's hard for you to put a conversation together. A lot of fatigue, not only when you get up, but through the first part of your day until you start to regenerate and restore your own energy back. So, those are kind of symptoms, along with the unregular quality of the dream, like it's something totally out of left field that you don't normally dream about or have dreams in that direction. What are some other things that we can do about this? Hey to Angela Adkins, good to see you. So the first and biggest thing that you can do, like I said, is lucid dreaming. So lucid dreaming, and I will try my best to remember that gal's YouTube channel, and I'll put it in the comments after the show. But protections against these type of attachments, because what they'll do once they are attracted to you and they're instituting this horrible nightmare to get you to put off this increase in energy, they usually will attach at the base of the skull posteriorly. Okay. But I mean, their goal is really to garner the energy that's produced by the brain and the consciousness. Because you remember your spinal column and all of that, all of your sensations and movements are turned off. So you're not producing energy down past here. The energy that's being produced by you is strictly from here up and going out. So because in this state, they are frequency beings, it's frequency that we use to prevent this from happening or to provide a layer of protection. And so you're going to want to use resonant or vibratory frequencies while you're sleeping at night to help protect your auric field. So those can be solfeggio frequencies are some of the best things to use at night. And a lot of the solfeggio frequencies on YouTube have a black screen so that you can be able to sleep to these. And not only that, they also have healing quality for the cells of your body. So not only are you being protected, but you're also protecting the structural integrity of your cells in the physical. So playing solfeggio frequencies at night, you can also play videos that use Tibetan singing bowls, but you may want to drop the volume on that to where it's almost inaudible. The frequencies will still be in the environment and your subconscious will be listening to that, but it just won't wake the conscious mind up to disturb your sleep. Also, the use of crystals in your sleeping area, and you can work with some clear quartz crystal programmed to put a layer of protection around your sleeping area. You can also use selenite or apophyllite. Any of the three of those are excellent ones that will help you definitely be protected when you are sleeping at night. So Rob says, and who do we call it? Cut and clear to get rid of energy cords. Spiritual cleansing baths are great for this as well. It would be really good if you could share with everybody in the comments, Rob, a cleansing, like maybe an easy cleansing bath that people could do. And Angela says, I love the chime sounds too. Anything that has a bell frequency, Angela, is really good to help clear the area that you're in or keep the area in a positive resonant state that you're in. So let's say you just want to play some wind chimes kind of lightly in the background while you're sleeping. That's going to be just fine to do the work as well. Anything that's resonant that will break up the energy pattern in or around you to prevent these things from drawing energy off of you or making a connection with your auric field is what you definitely want to do. So anyway, this is just my postulation on how exactly do they draw energy from us at night and why at night, and how this all works. So I've tried to figure that out in my mind and share it with you so that you can protect yourself at night. And we got to go over a couple of things before we end for the evening. I want to say a couple of things. A shout out to my sponsors. The first sponsor of the show is feedspot.com, and it gives you a feed of your favorite subjects, and mine is paranormal. And so my feed has all the really cool and up and coming paranormal shows and podcasts. They're all there on Feedspot. It's only like $5 a month, and it's an inexhaustible resource for you to go on there and kind of put all the things on there that you like and follow the feeds on it. And the next is fresh cap mushrooms. I use these every single day in my coffee. The thing about this is the most pure extracts on the market, and they were on the market way before those really expensive mushroom coffees that come in the little package. And you can get ultra pure extracts that really help your immune system for less than half of what you would pay for those really expensive single packet mushroom extracts that are really popular right now. And if you go in right now on your order and put Kathryn 10, you can get a 10% discount. And that's really awesome. I also want to do a little ditty on my Patreon page. So if you guys want new extended, these are pretty long extended daily moon astrology forecast, plus I do sort of a psychic reading on each day, and that's why these are extended forecasts. So each tier of the Patreon page, everybody gets the daily extended forecast. That's on tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. On tier 2, you get special online video access and PDF teaching. So teaching PDFs on special topics once a month. And then if you're in tier 3, you get all the benefits of tier 1 and tier 2. But we also do a live stream hangout where you get to do one psychic question free on our live stream hangouts on tier 3. So I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. If you're on the YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit the bell notifications also, so you get updated on all the new videos that are being released. And I will see you next Monday. So you guys have a great week. I hope lots of wonderful things happen for you this week. And I will see you later. Kisses from Kentucky. Bye, y'all.